on the harsh Russian map. We still have, I think, 247 miles still to go. We are in there somewhere. There we are. That little blue triangle. We're just parked off the side of the road. 247 miles to go. We started way up here a long while ago, many streams ago, and so to continue the rest of this, we've got the remainder of this road, and then we head north, and then we look for this back road. That's what I call it, and this is really rough in places. Then we have to find the ferry connection to get down south. Then from there we go back up north to go across here, and eventually we will find our way down there. So we can't hang about. We need to try and eat more of these miles up. So let's go. We've still got a 19 mile an hour speed limit. But it is, it's about what, 6 or 8 minutes past 3 in the morning, so eventually we're going to have some daylight at some point. Still a long way away yet though. And we're still shuggling. And once again, this 247 miles seems an awful long way away. Now that sign we went past there is the end of the restriction, but we're still stuck at 19 miles an hour. That one I think means no waiting. But 19 miles an hour isn't going to get us anywhere. We need to get out of this situation pretty quick. But look at the traffic in front of us. We've got no chance. You know, I'm convinced that traffic coming the other way isn't doing 90 miles an hour. And if that's the case, then why are we doing 90 miles an hour on this side of the road? What's the difference? that bloody sign. We're crawling here at a snail's pace. We've only done 2 miles. And all of a sudden the restriction has gone. Thank God for that. This is more like it. That's the snow going off. It looks as if it's going to clear up. Yeah, we've now done 7 miles, that's picked up a bit. So the first target is to get down to 200 in this session. hang back a bit. Now all of a sudden we've done 10 miles. We're doing probably just short of an average of 50 miles an hour now. That's good. Just what we were doing yesterday, the last stream. Evasive action there needed. Now there's something happened up ahead. I wonder if it's a level crossing. Is that -6 or -8? -6, so it's warming up. It was -7. Of course, we're getting towards dawn. A quick look at the map. See, that's still a long way. Still a long way to go. Right. What's that, level crossing? It's hard to see these signs, some of them are frosted up as well. Yeah, that sign there's a level crossing sign, but it's frosted up so you can't see the red and white stripes, as are half the road signs as well. Let's hope it's a level crossing with a barrier. Some of these railway lines are live in the sense that there are trains going along them, some aren't, but one like this where it doesn't have barriers could very well be a live railway line, and the next thing you know a train goes straight through the AI truck and takes you with it. So you've got to be careful and double check there's nothing coming, and then get yourself over there as quick as you can. That's another one. Now what we got here, a detour. No.
Navigation resumed.
Uh-oh, better get back a bit. Give him a bit of room. See if he's going to get stuck there or move. Right, I think we're okay. An awful amount of traffic there waiting to get back out onto this road. Ah, That's why there's an awful amount of traffic there. Look at this collision point here. And of course it's probably something stuck in the line, if that's the railway line over there. I can't tell. But this lot doesn't look as if it's going to move very quick. No, that's the main road. Wonder if I should try that way, or just wait here a minute, see what happens. Right, now he's waiting to turn left, he's trying to get round the corner. There's nothing to stop him moving. Right, traffic's held up there because they want to turn left. So I'm going to spawn here and drive down this route.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Right, we should join the main line of traffic again up ahead here.
Navigation resumed. In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Now we've done 20 miles. That's why you've got to keep your distance from the vehicles in front in this map, especially on these roads where there's little hillocks and hummocks in the road and the AI slam the anchors on because of it sometimes, and if you're right on their tail you're going to fly into them, and I've done it plenty of times. (3:45 AM in the morning, minus 7 degrees still. Now there's one area in this map that I've done streams for a while back, and that is the route in the north of the map in Yakutsk, which is, if you don't have the winter mod installed in this map, the Yakutsk area of the map is in the northern part of the map, and it is set in winter, and it is brutal if you've never seen it. There's a route goes from Yakutsk down to Magadan, and it's about 100 odd miles. It might not even be that, but it's set in winter mode, and the only thing is, if you don't have the winter mod installed, when you get rain, it's not snow. But with this mod installed, it's definitely going to be snow, and it's already brutal even with just being rain. Let's have a look. Oh, there's somebody there. There's Slim, I never noticed you there. Good morning. I have still got 220 odd miles to go. And Dawn is braking. Let me have a read at that. I can't read that. No, this is if you're not actually driving the thing, it's pretty boring to watch. But the fun thing in this map is anything can happen. Now what have we got here? Now I think we have a bit of a dilemma here because this looks new. What's this? Is this just traffic lights? Yes it is. I thought it was a dead end sign. Now, where are we? Are we at the road end? Yeah, we're getting there. We're not far. We are coming to the turn where we head north. I don't know where we are. We're in amongst that lot. This is a sort of major built-up area in the map. So we are in here somewhere. We can't see where the truck is, but we are there. Hence all the traffic lights. Well, I think most people in Russia would tell you that the roads are pretty bad. They do get tore up because of the harsh winter. Well, this map certainly gives you a representation of bad roads. And this road is excellent compared to where we're actually headed. We're not that far away from this cross-country road that I have to go over to the south side of the map. And I'm going to have to reverse here to let this guy make his mind up. Now, let's see what's going on here. We've got something stuck in one of the bumps in the road here. You see how the AI vehicles seem to sort of judder their way through these bumps. Now we've either got a lot of vehicles wanting to turn left up ahead, or we've got a blockage that is either going to fix itself or we're going to have to spawn past it. Yes, my horns work as well. Right, let's see if we can get through this. Well, they've moved a wee bit. The lakes will be well frozen up. Of course, that's why they use the ice roads in winter time up in Alaska. They cross a lot of the lakes up there on the ice roads. Right, what's happening here? How far back are you coming? Straight into me, that's what you're doing. Well, I can't go any further back because the AI is right on my tail. So we're just going to have to wait and see if this fixes itself. You know, this is caused by the junction up ahead. There's a junction, there's a crossroads where there's probably traffic lights, and then we'll get AI traffic not knowing where it's really going. And each time the lights stop, these guys stop, so they move gradually forward. At least that's what I'm hoping. and he's decided to stall. Absolutely no reason whatsoever to stop there because there's nothing blocking it. So we started at 247 miles in this part of the trip. We've now what the hell's he doing? Surely that's not a guy that was trying to overtake. No, he's just trying to reverse. And this lot doesn't seem to be moving. Let's have a little look up ahead and see what the problem is. Yeah, see, we've got traffic lights. Now, if these go to green and he doesn't move, yep, he's still sitting there, absolutely pointless. Right, to hell with that. Well, you ain't got time to sit and hang around all day.
Navigation resumed.
The idea is that when the lights go to green, you move. You don't just sit there. We don't have the time nor the patience to be hanging about. Well, it's not so much you'll run into bad drivers. The problem is there's trucks parked at the side of the road, and not a lot on this part of the map, but on the part of the map that I'm going to, there's lots of trucks parked at the side of the road, and the road is very tight. And what you'll find is that the AI drivers will hit these trucks, and if you're too close, you'll get involved in an accident. The truck and the trailer will be bouncing 100 feet into the sky, all over the place. You've just got to be careful you don't get caught out with some of these bumps, because that'll send you flying off the road as well. Which is not the easiest thing to do at night time, or when there's very poor light. Well, let's see if we can see where we are now. There we are. So we're heading down here and then we're turning up. We've got a squiggly bit of road to go through until we get up here, and then we have to make sure we make the correct turn. Now, this road is always confusing for people in this map because that's the road that we're going there, yet the GPS says you're going that way. This is why the GPS doesn't work properly in this map. It's there to confuse you. That's the actual route there, and you can't see the road, but you can see where the repair stops are and the rest places are. That's where we have to go, and it's a really bad road in places. Really bad. It won't take us long to get there. Maybe another half an hour or so, depending on how much traffic we get held up in. Right, in the game in general, the game as it is doesn't really have snowy roads. In all the base maps, the maps that you can download in the game, the official maps I'm talking about, or the official add-ons, is the mod maps that, like this one, which will give you really tough roads. This is the toughest map that you can get. But the other thing is I've got a winter mod installed. There would be no snow in the roads on this part of the map at all if I didn't have the winter mod installed. I wouldn't have any snow falling either without the winter mod. It would just be rain. The northern part of the map has been designed to be a winter part of the map, and it does have snow on the ground anyway, whether you have a winter mod installed or not, but it does not snow when there's any precipitation, it rains. But this winter mod will make sure that it does snow up in the northern part of the map. And the map really has a lot of extremely challenging roads on it. This is easy, this bit here. You've just got to avoid going too quick over some of the bumps. Well, there is, believe me, the northern part of the map has blizzard conditions. You can, I mean, I cannot drive on the northern part of the map in a lot of areas. I have to actually drive like this. I'll show you. I have to drive with bumper cam, because that's the only way that I can see something in front of me. You cannot see more than 10 feet in front of you in that part of the map. It is really designed, because it's set up in Yakutsk, in the northern part of Siberia. It is really severe. So you do get full blown blizzard conditions, I can assure you. I should know, I've done it on that part of the map, and it is really, really difficult. And the road is thick with snow as well. So much so that the snow is right up to the front of the cab in the truck, and you can barely see where you're going. Now this is us on this squiggly bit of the road. We just have to keep the pace down. We're nowhere near that part of the map. If you look on the map, this is where we're headed now. We're headed north, and then we're looking for this junction that takes us onto this back road. But on that part of the map there, up here, for example, that Russian name there is Yakutsk. That's a Russian town right up in the north. This is all set in winter, and there is a route that goes from Yakutsk right across here, all the way across on this road, which is terrible, and it goes right across, and a lot of these roads that you see on this map aren't necessarily there. It's all there to confuse you. But the route that I did before took me from Yakutsk all the way across here down to here, down to there, which is Magadan, and that is only probably about it's 80 or 90 miles, real miles of course. I tried this part of the map, and that is like it's like Siberian tundra. It's open country, it's thick snow, you're driving on ice, you can fall through the ice. I just eventually gave up, it was so tough. And it goes right across here. You actually end up going through water, through what remains of forests that have been cut down. A lot of forestry goes on up here. And this takes you right away up to the extreme north part of the map. This is all thick winter weather up here, right across that part of the map. But we're nowhere near that. We just have to negotiate this this twisty section, and then the road will open up a bit, and then we have to, because the other thing is with this winter mod, it disorientates me to remembering exactly where I am. I've driven this part of the map hundreds of times, but you've always got to find this junction up ahead that takes you onto this back road that I've been talking about. And we've done 30 miles so far in this trip, this section. Started at 247, we're down to 217. The other thing you have to do for anybody who's going to drive this map, you have to make sure you get yourself a good truck. This truck's got a big high wheelbase, it's got a 1000 horsepower engine, it's got 18 speed gearbox, it's got everything that you need to negotiate this map. You've got severely steep roads, severe inclines and declines in certain areas, and you need to have the gearbox and also the high wheelbase to get yourself through some of the rough terrain. Now there's again something causing a disruption up ahead. We need to come back a bit if we can. Just give him a bit of room. What does that say there? Jake brake. We might have to bypass these guys as well. There's something blocking them. Let's see what's happened up here. Well, there's nothing, again, absolutely nothing to stop him moving. I think the problem is that this car's sandwiched in between the two trucks, and this guy here won't reverse back to free up that car. So again, we can either sit there and stare at it, or we can just spawn past it and deal with it that way.
Navigation resumed.
And now we're going up a big climb. It's an engine brake of sorts, helps you slow down. Ah, right. Well, by the way, this truck that I'm driving, you can maybe Google it and find out more detail on it. And I've used this truck on many versions of the maps for years. They keep bringing out an updated version of it. This truck is an Oshkosh OSH KOSH Hemet. It's like a multi-purpose sort of military vehicle, and I always thought it was Russian, and then I found out it was American. So I mean, it is a genuine big heavy duty vehicle, perfect for this map. Now we just have to keep an eye here and not forget what we're doing. We're through the worst of the squiggly bit, that's that done. And then we've got to look. Now here's an interesting thing. This is why people get lost in this map and get confused. And this is the only map that does this. There's no other map out there that does this. If you look at this line here, the GPS is telling you to follow a route that way. But that route doesn't exist. I'll tell you why. Because when I initially got this map, I did what the GPS told me and I went this way. And when you go round there, there's a hidden wall. You can't carry on. So what you have to do is you have to back yourself back down here. And this road that looks as if it ends here, it then ends up being invisible. And so you carry on that route there where you won't have the GPS. And then there's a junction up here where you then have to look for the right turn that takes you across country. So this is one of the interesting points of how you can get confused. It looks that you follow the route there, but you cannot trust the GPS on this map. And if you do, you'll end up in trouble. You can trust it in a lot of places, provided you've been there before and you know where you are. But on this particular section, ignore that. We will go straight through this dead end here, or what looks to be a dead end, and we will carry on the hidden road. And that's not too far away. And we get ever closer to dawn eventually breaking. We've got a little bit of light, but because it's a winter mod, we've got winter daylight times as well, so it takes a long while for whatever sun there is to actually get up over the horizon. Now you listen to the GPS and you'll hear the GPS telling us to turn left, but we will ignore that. Watch out for the pile of grit at the side of the road, that could catch the wheels. I'm going to have a quick drink. A quick drink is needed here in preparation for what's to come. Big tough road coming up next. Right. It's narrow, it's twisty, it's excessively bumpy, and there's basically no road surface on it for a fair bit of this road. Keep your eye on the GPS at the bottom of the screen and the middle of the screen. You'll see the red line wanting to turn left, and the voice navigation will tell us to turn left as well. And then when we ignore that, we go off the GPS. It confuses the GPS. Now the other thing as well is we will lose a fair chunk of those miles when we eventually... Oh, there we go, that's what happens. They jammed stone dead and straight into the back of them. That's that driver and his passenger in that car are now dead. What gear am I in? Yeah, they are crushed. Yeah, nothing in front of him to hold him up again. He's just sitting
Navigation
there.
resumed.
I need to get out of my seat to read that one. If I can get out of my seat. Hang on a minute. Yeah, the car wouldn't come off too well, I would imagine. Yep. Of course, the thing is, in this game, there's no visible damage that you get. You only get a percentage of damage show up, but you don't get actual physical damage. You know, vehicles don't get dented or anything like that. Now we have another issue up ahead by the look of it. Again, we'll hang back, give them plenty of room, and see whether it's going to fix itself. Looks as if they're moving. Well, the problem I've got in this situation is I'm sitting back. I've got my wheel stand in place, which is in front of my computer, in front of my keyboard. I can lean over and get to the keyboard because I sometimes have to use the buttons to check the map and stuff. But the problem is the text is in white on my on-screen chat, and it sort of all blurs into one another, so there's sometimes I can read it, sometimes I can't. So I just physically have to get out of my chair to come closer to the screen because I'm sitting further back from the monitor than I normally am when I'm sitting with the steering wheel. But my problem's been able to see the edge of a ball in VP4. I can sometimes pick them, but most of the time I can't. Now, if you think these bumps and rough patches I'm driving over at the moment is bad, then wait till you see this next road. That's the definition of bad. I think we're maybe only a mile or so away from it. We're coming to this left turn that the GPS wants us to go on, but like I said, we will ignore it.
In 650 feet, turn left.
No, we won't. We'll go straight on.
Turn left.
Let's have a look. I'm coming over to read that one. Truck drivers don't get enough credit. Well, that's the thing. I mean, if and especially in the UK, if the truck drivers, with the pandemic that's been going on and all of this locking of the borders and stuff, there's an awful lot of goods goes backward and forward down at Dover, across to France and to the continent. There's a huge amount of goods and products get shipped in and out of the country, and you know, if the truck drivers don't get to do what they're supposed to do, then the country could grind to a halt. So we're now on the hidden road. As you can see the little blue triangle is my truck in the middle of the map at the bottom of the screen, and the GPS still thinks we should be following that road to the left. But now we are coming to the point where I have to be careful, looking for this turn off.
Navigation resumed.
Now what I do remember is that there is a fuel station just at the road end, on the road that we need to take. On the right hand side there is a fuel stop.
Navigation resumed.
Now, this is where we have to watch ourselves. Now you see, right, that truck up ahead's turned right. I don't know whether he's turned on the road that we need to turn, but we'll soon find out. I think that is it. Let's go for it. I'll soon tell you. Yes, this is it. Right, prepare yourself for some fun and games here. We've got a forest fire to go through, where we'll have like zero visibility. And this is a good part of the road. We've got trucks parked at the side of the road, which the AI vehicles can crash into. And this will go on for about maybe about 40 minutes or so. This road, it might even be a wee bit longer. You watch what happens. I can guarantee you there's bound to be a collision. I'll be very surprised if there isn't, where an AI vehicle, you can see the road is narrow, and it gets narrower where the AI vehicles run into the trucks parked at the side of the road, and then they start bouncing all over the place. You've got tyres lining the road that you can hit, can send you off the road as well. And also, this is the one part of the map where it can get laggy. There's a tyre there. It can get laggy going through here because you've got trees at either side of the road, thick forest, and it does get a bit choppy. It always has done. See there, another truck parked right there, just where we want to overtake. I need to keep my concentration here. Another tyre, another tyre. We've got to get quick on the gearbox as well. What time is it now? 4:21 AM, so it's getting a bit lighter. Oh, look, there's what I'm talking about. Exactly that. Exactly that there. Now the problem is, of course, the AI are right on your backside. And that's not going to fix itself. That won't fix itself. The AI truck's empty, and so they will just be stuck there for all time unless I just bail myself past them like that. Now we've got a truck on the inside of the road here, we're trying to get past him. And then you combine that with the fact that this is a good part of the road, and I know what's to come. And believe me, it ain't good. It is not good at all. there are about 3 sections on this route here. You can see it's getting a bit laggy. You'll get this choppy frame rate going through here. And we've got the weather closing in as well. We'll get the snow coming again. All just at the wrong time when I need good visibility. Another tyre in the middle of the road and another one there. But we've got the big off-road wheels can handle that. So the next port of call on this trip is getting down to the end of this road and then making our way to the ferry connection, which will take us south. Now this is a danger with this guy in front here because he's bound to hit a truck parked at the side of the road. So we need to keep well away from him. Now this is a bit tight to get round here with this trailer. I don't know whether we'll make it. I think we're caught on something. Just pull it round. Uh-oh. Just as I thought, we'll get something going on. Let's have a look. Assess the situation. Right, that's those 2 cars going. Now, he's going to move, thank God for that. I think we're up and running again. A tightish turn. And of course you're absolutely no opportunities to overtake here. None whatsoever. You've just got to be patient. So now, of course, with the GPS not functioning, we don't know how many miles we're still to go. It's still probably over 200.
Navigation resumed.
Now that's it, picking up the invisible, or the road that isn't really there. We're on the invisible one, but the navigation system's picking up the other one. And I mean, the navigation system's totally kaput because it's back to showing we've got 247 miles to go, which is wrong. So there's nothing on that information there that you can trust. We had 247 miles to go at the start of this particular section of the stream. But that will right itself later on. Another tyre. Right in the middle of the road. Right, this is the start of one of the bad bits. It's very narrow with oncoming traffic. That's the problem. So you're bound to collide with something. And you've got to work that gearbox up and down. Now, do you get the idea what I mean by when I say it's bad? I mean, this looks like a bloody... It looks like a battle zone, so it does. Got to pull the nose of the truck in there before we hit that bus. Going at this pace, we shouldn't get any damage. Any faster than this and we'll bounce all over the place and get damaged. We should survive like this. No, spoke too soon. There you go. We hit a rock at the side of the road there. Now the GPS is right now, we're under 200 miles. And this is the one slightly good section on it. Don't forget, we've got this forest fire section as well. That's still to come. As well as like 2 or 3 more really bad bumpy bits. Right, I'm going to have to pause it for another drink. Got to keep myself hydrated, I should say, not dehydrated. Right. Now we've got loads of surface spray. Now back onto the bad section. Right, we'll get the repair done. That takes care of that. Make sure we're in a decent gear to get started. And then just battle our way back onto the road. Bully it back onto the road, they won't let you out. The way he's parked out into the middle of the road. Just as well I put the full beams on there, I would have missed that. Another tyre. Got to make sure you use the full width of the road because you can't forget you've got a big trailer in the end. which is bouncing around all over the place. And we've got another truck parked at the side of the road we've got to negotiate as well. I think this is a forest fire we're coming to. I think it's time for bumper cam, because we can't see Jack, the road's melted. Bumper cam will at least give us a chance to see where we're going. Couple of tyres. Can barely see where I'm going with bumper cam, let alone from the cab. I think that's us through it. Right, I'll see you later, Slim. Good morning. Can't be far off the next really bad section.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
I think that's the snow. Well, that tried to throw us there.
Navigation resumed.
I think that this might be the last of the really bad bits. Can't remember. There's always at least 3 or 4 on this particular route. This is tight. Trying to avoid running over those rocks on the inside. Need to get down to a lower gear. Now, I don't think we're caught in anything. Just too high a gear. It's better. To take it nice and gentle. Big rocks at the side of the road there. Thank God that bit's over. Well, look where we are on the map. We are in there, and we've still got all of this bit to do to eventually get to the road end. I think we might be through the worst of it, unless there's one more to go. Right, anyway. Let's carry on. Right, what time have we got now? Is that almost 5 AM? Oh, there's one more. One more. There's always one more really bad section. I'll keep the pull beams on. That way I've got no excuse for not seeing what's up ahead. all we need to look forward to now is the red line appearing at the top of the GPS in the bottom middle of the screen. And then we'll know we're heading back onto the main route. Just need to take it easy here. I think that's us through the worst of it all now.
Navigation resumed.
And there's the road end up ahead.
Navigation resumed.
Which I should have paid attention to because I was too busy looking at the map. I forgot about the bloody gates. Oh dear. Yeah, we do have a problem, Houston. Here's the bloody road. And look at the stack of traffic coming. Somehow I think I'm facing the wrong way.
Navigation resumed.
Let's see where we are. Can't see where we are. Don't know where we are. Now I hope we're heading the right way. I thought that was the road end, it probably isn't. No. Yeah, and I think we are heading back the wrong way. That's what we're doing. What a numpty. Right, well, we'll need to fix that. That's what I mean about getting disorientated on this road. That's us there. Slow down this time, we might be ready for these gates.
Navigation resumed.
And pay attention to what we're doing instead of looking at the map.
Navigation resumed.
See, they do open. If you don't run into them, that is. What damage have we done again? 2%. I'll tell you the one thing I noticed about this particular section, having driven it before in the past and previous versions of the map, this road is a lot smoother. He's resurfaced this road. Well, it feels like it, but maybe not. Double quick checking this map. Right, we are going the right direction now. I can relax a bit. No, he hasn't changed the road at all, it's my imagination. Another double check. Right, now this is where it gets tricky, because we have to find our way to get to this ferry connection, and it isn't easy, if I'm right in thinking. It's awkward to get into, and the other thing that magnifies that is the fact that it's still virtually night time, and I can't really see where I'm going. Remember, this GPS is wrong. I'm trying to remember if this has got like a little narrow side entrance to get into the place where we get the ferry. Now this is where we have to pay attention to the road signs. Let's have a quick look. Right, that one going left. Let's have a look at the map. Of course, this here doesn't have. Let's get the name there. Right, let's have a look. And let's zoom in. Right, so according to that, we go straight ahead. Right, so we'll go straight ahead. Now I have no clue where to go to get this ferry. I have not the foggiest idea. But we're at the junction, and I'm gonna go left. Oh, switch the bloody engine off. That's no good. I'm going left.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Oh, I remember this bit. Yeah, I think I know where I'm going now. He says confidently. Now, there should be a road that goes right up here, if I've got this right. Or are we at the gates of the ferry terminal? Right, now. Yeah, that's it. That's the wrong turn. Yeah, that's a hidden road, a hidden wall, sorry. I think we're lost. Yeah, I think we are lost. That's where we want to go. In there, I think. Or is that where we just come from? I'm totally lost. This is the worst thing about doing this at night. You have not got a clue where the hell you're going. I had a rough idea, and now I'm totally bewildered.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
Is this the gates here? Yeah, traffic's disappearing there. I'm still convinced I'm going the wrong way. This might be a hidden wall again. It somehow doesn't feel right. I'm going to go right. No, that's a hidden wall again. Yeah, that just takes you nowhere. I'm totally lost. This is why I hate doing this part at night.
Navigation resumed.
I think we go left. I think we go here. Yeah, this is it. And that's the name of the place I was trying to get to. That's it there. What a carry on. Right, now. Well, the other thing is we don't want to go to the one at the bottom of the list, because I'm pretty certain that's up north. We want to go south, which I think's that one. So what I'm going to do is just double check that. Right, let's get the Russian name in our head. KOT something. That's what it looks like anyway. So now we'll look at the map. And from there we're going down to there, or KO, whatever that is. That's where we're headed, down to there. So that's the right ferry connection, and we should have a bit of daylight by then. Right, so fingers crossed we've made the right choice. I think we have. 4 hours, so that will give us a bit of daylight now.
Navigation resumed. Navigation resumed.
And of course the other thing is it spawns you.
Please turn around.
It spawns you facing the wrong way. like that. So rather than doing some sort of highfalutin reversing manoeuvre, I'd much rather cheat. It's a lot simpler. Right.
Navigation resumed.
So now with that ferry, we've only got 14 miles to go to finish the trip. And what time of day is it now? It's 5 minutes to 10 in the morning. So on we go. And it's still not quite as cut and dried simple to get to this final destination.
Turn left. In 650 feet, turn left.
Right, so now we are heading north.
Turn left.
To get to that road that takes us across country. Wrong button, hang on. Double just checking the map. So we're there and we're heading north, and then we're looking to go across country to then turn south. And then this this is a problem here if you try to go straight through. There's actually two gates here, and you have to take the little detour to get past them, or you'll hit a hidden wall. I need to remember that. But we've still got to find this turn on the right hand side. So we'll get this trip done in this stream. And a big chunk of those remaining miles was taken up by the ferry. Well, this looks like an old desolate Soviet town if ever you've seen one. Right next to either the lake or the sea, I don't know where we are. Now I'm trying to remember whether this is the road where the road's blocked up ahead and you have to find a detour through the village. I can't remember. It's so confusing with this different coloured landscape.
In 650 feet, turn right.
I'm going to have a quick look at that sign. Right, this is why you have to use the actual road signs in conjunction with the map, because you cannot trust the GPS. Now, Cob X, let's say COBX03. COBX03, well that's taking you back to where we were. That's the name there, the place that we've just come out of. Right. But it's telling us to turn right, which is probably right.
Turn right.
Right. Head in here.
Navigation resumed.
And that'll give us a chance to do a quick repair to the truck. That's that done. And I'll have a quick drink. And then we'll do the final leg. Get myself set up right. Hang on a sec. Right, almost ready to go. Well, at least the one final thing is we're arriving in daylight. But it's a nightmare driving this map in the dark. It just looks entirely different, this map, to when you don't have the winter mod installed. Now you've got a problem. And we've got an even bigger problem now, because I believe this is this back road, and this is hellish. I'm going to have to cheat my way through this. Yeah, this is a nightmare. I'll never make it. I will never make it on this road. I've never ever got through this road yet. Never. And not with this trailer am I ever going to be able to get through this. And already we're bouncing all over the shop. Yeah, we're going to get damage here, well damaged. We've got logs, trees, and all sorts blocking the road. And this is one of the worst nightmare roads on this map. And this will take, well, if we were actually to persevere and try and get through this, it would take the best part of an hour and a half to get through it, I think. And that's just flipping the truck because of this trailer. We've jackknifed. And now I don't know what direction I'm going.
Navigation resumed.
I have not got a clue now, I'm totally disorientated. Let's get rid of the map. Put the diff lock on, see if that'll help. The answer to that is no. Yeah, we're getting all sorts of shapes here with this thing. This is never going to do it with this trailer.
Navigation resumed.
Never going to do it with this trailer. And it's even difficult to follow the road. Where the hell is that going to? Well, that's the start of the thing. That's where we just came. We need to get higher up to try and see the actual road. It's in there somewhere. But I've not got the right trailer to get through this. I'd never make it. I still haven't made it yet on this road. I've always had to give up and quit. Where the hell are we? Now, that is where we come out. Yeah, that would have took an hour and a half to try and get through there, but that trailer was just causing us to bounce all over the place. It was just impossible. Right, so how much
Navigation
damage have we
resumed.
got now? Oh, 12% damage, 2% to the trailer. Surprisingly, none to the goods, which is even more amazing. But we have only a couple of miles to go, well, a few miles. And if we get the opportunity, we'll get it fixed. I don't know whether we can. Right.
In 650 feet, turn left. Turn left.
I've still got the dip lock on, hang on a minute. Hopefully that's it off.
In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right. In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Funny how the winter mod doesn't quite work perfect in this map. You look at these haystacks there, or whatever the hell they are, they're all still bright green. Now, is this what I'm thinking it is? Now, where the hell are we? Now, if I'm right in thinking, that road goes nowhere, and we've actually gone the wrong direction. Believe it or not, we shouldn't have come across that forest road, because this road's a dead end. Because you have to bypass this here, and I'm just going to cheat because that goes nowhere, and I'm just cheating my way back into the town. I've not got the
Navigation
time.
resumed.
And that's what happens, it just it totally disorientates me, this map, with a winter mod on it. But now we can drive into town. The next trip I do, the winter mod's coming out. It's getting shelved till next year. So we've arrived, or we're about to arrive in the town, and we've got to watch this little detour I was talking about, because the AI vehicles can go straight through it, but I can't. So there's a little detour to the right to bypass the gates, or whatever it is, the barriers that's up, but it's a hidden wall, you can't drive through it, you just have to go round. And once again, there's my those big signs. I've got my driving license details. Now, just got to slow up a minute here. This is us getting to the problem. I can't drive straight through there. I have to go this way. I believe. I think I'm right. See, the gates open up here. And now we can head on into town, right in there, right where those vehicles are coming through. That's a hidden wall. And these guys don't want to slow down.
Keep to the right, and then turn right.
Now the other thing to do when you're down this part of the map, as I'll show you here,
Turn right.
is before you do your next job, take your truck up here and go past all of those truck dealers, and that opens them all up for you. But if you're using a mod truck, then you won't really need to bother with them, because you get these in the mod dealer rather than the truck dealers. Well, most of them you do.
In 650 feet, turn left. Turn left.
And this is pretty much deserted. I don't think there's any pedestrians or nothing in it. But I don't think there's any pedestrians. Well, there are people standing about, but I don't think there's any pedestrians in this map, I might be wrong. I don't think I've ever seen them wandering about. And I doubt whether I'll be able to get this bloody trailer parked.
In 650 feet, turn right. Turn right.
Well, there's our destination up ahead, if we can find our way into it.
In 650 feet, turn left. Turn left.
Now, where the hell do we go? Let's have a scout around first before we make a move. We could wander about here for an hour. Now the other problem is, there could be a major issue with actually where this thing parks. We might not be able to see it, we might have to go underground to see it. Or it could be round the back. And then again it could be nowhere. Let's zoom in on the map, on the GPS. That is as close as we can go. I don't see the parking zone anywhere. I think this is maybe one of these where it is there but you can't see it. So you have to cheat by going underground to try and find the damn thing. Oh, I'm totally bewildered again, I don't know where the hell it is. Ah, there it is. Couldn't see it for bloody well looking at it. Right. Of course, it only goes green once you're in the parking zone. But white against white isn't a very good colour to try and
You have
find in the
arrived at
snow.
your destination.
Right, well, are we going to get this part? That's a big question. It could take an hour to do this on its own. See, that's the problem with this trailer. No, that ain't gonna happen. Forget it. We'll be here all day doing this. We're going to cut to the chase. We're going to get it all done this way rather than bloody trying to. That's a big mistake, taking that trailer like that. Now, don't tell me it's not going to. Surely it's going to pick us up to actually get this thing done right. Right, get that. reversal. We want to get as straight as we can. You're joking me. I don't think it's picking it up. I don't think it's picking it up. Right, now let's try another plan. Because if it doesn't work, we're going to have to cancel the job. Let's try this. Right.
Please proceed to the highlighted route. Navigation resumed.
Nope, that ain't doing it either. I mean, we're right in the box. You couldn't put it any better than that, and it's still not going green. I don't know whether it's to do with this truck or whether it's to do with the way it's linked up to this trailer, but it ain't picking it up. So after all of that, and the pop-up doesn't come up at the gate either. Let's go back onto the road. That's what we'll do. Let's go back onto the road. Where the hell's the road now? And we'll drive back up towards it, because I don't think the pop-up comes up for you to bypass parking the truck.
Navigation
Or if it
resumed.
did, I didn't see it.
In 650 feet, turn left. Turn left.
Nope.
You have arrived at your destination.
Well, it says you have arrived, but nothing pops up for you to bypass the parking. So let me try another option. Let's go into gameplay. And where's the parking? We'll try that. And then we'll try the gate again. See if changing it makes any difference. It probably doesn't. We'll try coming in the gate again. It's a horrible way to finish a trip. But again, it's the perils of using modded trucks and hooked up to a trailer that it's not really meant to be hooked up to. That could be partially the problem. It just doesn't detect it. No mention this time at all. Nothing kicked in there. The GPS said nothing. Right.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
Can't get this any straighter than it is.
Navigation resumed.
Nope, it ain't gonna work. So after all of that trip, we're gonna have to bail out on this. I think we're pretty much in the zone. How are we at that side? We're slightly over that side. Let's try.
Navigation resumed.
I think this is slightly bugged because even in reverse the truck still wants to go forward. I think it's probably the truck. We're just jackknifing every time we try and reverse with this thing. What's it saying? Engine malfunction. Of course we haven't had a repair, have we? That's what the problem is. Right, well, unfortunately, that looks like all we can do. Let's try one last chance from the opposite direction out in the road. That's the only direction we haven't approached this from. We'll try that, see if that will do it.
Navigation resumed. In 650 feet, turn right.
Right, so the GPS gets that part right.
Turn right.
But the pop-up doesn't come up.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yep, that's not working. We're just going to have to bail out on it, I think. Well, what a sad ending that was. After all that time and effort. And we're having to bail. And we're going to have to cancel the job. I wonder where it will tow us to service. An hour and 12. Let's do that. Let's do that for a laugh. Now where the hell have we ended up? I don't know where we are. Where it's taking to us for service. We'll need to go out on the road. get out onto the road, hopefully the GPS will kick in. Oh, we're only up there. Right, that's fine, that wasn't far. At least the truck's repaired. Or was it repaired? No, it wasn't. Cancel job. That's what we're going to have to do. And that is the end of that, folks. We are done. We're going to have to go where we are. We want to go to Garage Manager if we can see it behind the chat. That's truck dealers, we don't want that. Where are we? Vehicle Manager, Truck Manager, Trailer Manager. Oh, that's what I need to do. Right, that's what I need to do first. Yeah, we'll do that first. We'll go to there and get rid of the map. Double check the map. I thought I'd put a GPS thing there. Right, I have now. Right. And then we can go and get this to work. Make sure we're going the right direction. And around the corner here, what we need to find is, I thought there was a, what do you call it? A recruitment agency here. Yes, there is. So if we start from there, park the truck there, we can then open up all these dealerships and also open up a recruitment agent, because they're very, very few and far between on this map, and that also allows us to then get some drivers into the second garage that we bought and our first one.
Please proceed to the highlighted route.
So Scania recruitment agency discovered.
You have arrived at your destination.
Iveco. Volvo truck dealer. Mercedes truck dealer. And DAF truck dealer, and also the MAN truck dealer. So they've all been discovered now. So now all I need to do is get into one of them, get fixed up, and give this truck to one of my drivers. I don't care what he does with it, but I fancy changing it. But I'm going to have to then go to the garage that I bought, because I started this map in the wrong town, simply because it's in Russian and I couldn't remember the one that I usually start at, and it's usually Ulan-Ude. So I need to go to the garage manager. Where the hell's the garage manager? That's not it. Trailer upgrades. Why can't I see garage manager? That's trailer purchase. Vehicle, truck. Oh, it's down here, isn't it? Is it? Ah, there we are. Right, so we've got two garages. Both of them, well, one of them's got nobody in it. I'm still based in that one. So if we go to the map view, I'm still based at this one. And I don't want to be because it's in the middle of nowhere. So what I'm going to do is sell it and move down to the one in Ulan Ude, which is down there. And let's go to table view, go to there, travel to the selected garage. That's what we want to do. Now hopefully the game doesn't crash doing this. It's not the first time it would happen. So here we are. Put the engine off. And then we can go to where's the recruitment agency? I cannot see it for all the chat. Truck, trailer, driver. That's a driver manager. Well, we don't have any drivers. Oh, I wonder if that'll allow me to relocate from there. Oh, this will probably crash the game. If I go to, bear in mind I'm already in that garage. I don't want to do that. Let's find the recruitment agency. I found it. Hire a driver. It's going to be him. And we'll move him into the one at Ulan Ude. There. And then truck manager, we will then give him this truck. So if we then relocate it, we can send it down to him there, and we've given him the truck. And now I don't have a truck, so I'll have a default truck again, like that one there. And then if I go to oh right, now what I want to do is go to the garage manager, go to that one, or go to that one. That's not letting us relocate, so I'm going to sell it then. You cannot sell a garage that has drivers, trucks and trailers stored. So if I then travel, you cannot travel since you don't have a truck, other than the fact that it's that I've sold my truck. So let's go to truck dealer. What's what here? Truck dealers. Do I want to take a standard truck? Let's go to the mod dealer. Now I thought I'd put that. That's strange. I thought I'd put the modded truck. I put the crash truck back into this map. I thought I had done. I downloaded it the other day. I thought I'd put it into this map. So what we're going to have to do is And that's not what I want to do. I want to go into that garage. Let's go to the Volvo dealership and have a look. Or Man, whatever one it is. And go through them. See if it's actually in a truck dealer's. Well, it's certainly not there, so we can go to that. Right, let's have a look at this one. Nothing there. And truck dealers. Right, it's none of them. So out of that one, I'm convinced I put that modded truck into the game. It won't be in the Mercedes dealership. I'd be very surprised if it was. The more the problem is why is it not showing up? Right, so it's not there. And then the last one to check is the Scania dealer. Go to there. And then the other thing to check, if it's still not showing, is to actually check that I did put the mod into the game. Right, so it's not there. So we come out of that, we'll save the game. And then we'll go to change profile. Although you're not changing profile, you're actually just going to the mod manager to have a look and see that the truck is in the mod manager. I think it's broken, I think it's crashed. No, it's still there. Right, now so the Kraz truck 255 and the 260, they're all installed, but they're not shown under the mod manager. So again, that could be an incompatibility with this map. And continue the game. Well, we've got one other mod installed, I think. I thought I had installed the Volvo Mega Mod. Truck dealers. Access mod dealer. Oh, there it is. Well, that's weird. It's appeared. Anyway, 219 gallons. We'll configure the Kraz. That's a 260. We don't want that chassis because that's for trailers. That's the biggest engine it's got, 650, so we're going down in horsepower. We want a 14-speed gearbox. That's just down to what steering wheel you want. That'll do. The colours are fairly basic for this truck, unless you want to just use your own. But that one will do. And Now you can see obviously this truck's perfectly designed for this map because you've got the big high wheelbase, but I don't like the wheels that's on it. So we'll change those. There's a bigger set, which I think is that set there, yeah. And that's the front tyres done. And if we look further up, we're looking for the other one. There it is there. And I'll take that one, and then this one, and further up for that, and then that, and that. So that's us got the wheels fixed that we want. This mod, what does that do? Don't know what that means. That just gets rid of the tank there. Let's put that in and see what happens. Ah, that looks like, it looks like bigger fuel tanks. The assumption is it is, but whether it actually reads that in the game, I don't know. They're square or round. I think we'll go with square. And then let's see what we can put in here. And hopefully that lets me put in the fuel information which I can get. Hopefully, the truck info. Hopefully that works. It might not. See, we don't have. It doesn't work with SIL's Mega Pack fully because you can't put a character there. You can only put a laptop or a couple of different bags there. But you've also then got all the paint jobs and finishes in this. I do like this crash truck. It's a big heavy beast. Good for this map. We'll just do the normal white light. I think that's the lights on top. We'll worry about that in a minute. And that's the GPS. We don't need that. That's just for a photograph. You put there. Ah, that's the bull bar in the front. Again, we'll worry about that when we're outside the truck. What the hell's that? That's the CB radio. Right, let's have a look at this other one. Is that the floor? What one's that? Ah, that's the floor covering. Do we want a linoleum floor like that? I think we'll just have plain and ordinary. That's the seat covers. Oh, look, a sort of leopard skin colour. What's that there? Again, I can't see what that is. Right, so we'll head outside. Right, now I always like plenty of lights on my truck. What one do we want? That one, that one. Can't see what the hell that is. That might be something inside the truck. And I don't know what that is. Right, now. Right, that'll do for that. Put a couple of horns on that there. And then lights up top. That may well have to get rid of those what looks like larger fuel tanks. I doubt whether they'll actually function as larger fuel tanks, but we'll find out. Do we want those? I think we'll put them in slightly shorter, nothing at the back, so that we've just got the basic truck. And we've got our lights that we want. We've got the biggest engine we can get, 14-speed gearbox, and I think that is it. So we'll confirm that and purchase. Now, where do we want it to go? Well, we don't want it to go to that one. We want it to go to Ulan-Ude, which is there. And now that we've got our truck, we've got it in a different garage. Garage manager. If we go to that one, that's where we're still based. We want to travel. Still won't let me travel. So I'm going to have to assign myself a truck from that garage. I don't want to do that. I want to go to truck manager. I'm going to have to relocate that to me. Let's see if that works without crashing. Yep, it's crashed.